Today I want to talk about something that comes up a lot, which is fast, aggressive dieting versus sustainable, balanced dieting. There is a massive debate around this in the fitness industry. You'll hear a lot of people say you should never diet aggressively. Take it slow, be patient, and then you'll hear the other side. I've tried both, I've put clients through both, and I have a very strong opinion on which one I think is best. So I'm going to break down both approaches. I'm going to show you exactly what they look like and tell you where I stand and why. So a bit of context before I get into things, okay? I've been training for 8 years myself. I've tried all different approaches. I've been coaching for 4 years. I've worked with clients on both ends of this. So I've actually seen how this plays out with both approaches with real people over a long period of time. If by the end you want help doing this properly, links in the description. Come find me on Instagram, send me a DM, we'll have a chat. Most of you come into a diet phase wanting the slow, the comfortable approach because you have been told that is the right way to do it. You're going to see it all over Instagram. Eat the food you enjoy, take the slow approach, be in a small deficit over time. And it sounds great, but here's the problem with that. So you enter into a small deficit. You're eating the foods you enjoy. You're eating your crisps, your chocolate, your takeaways, your Domino's, all that sort of stuff, right? You're still getting all that in. And you're maybe dropping 0.2 to 0.3 kilos per week. And when you look at that over the course of 3 months, 12 weeks, you're looking at about a 3 to 4 kg drop in weight. And I want you to really think about that. You're 3 to 4 kg down. You're 12 weeks in. And yes, you've enjoyed some food. And yes, you've had a bit of a balanced lifestyle. But you've still restricted yourself some bit. You've still said no to things. And for what? 3 to 4 kilos in 12 weeks. The results are barely visible. Yes, you're 3 to 4 kilos down. You can see that on a scale. But when you look in the mirror, there's not going to be a whole lot to shout about. You're not really going to notice that much. And here comes problem number 2. That's going to kill your motivation to continue going. You're going to feel like you've wasted so much time because when you visibly look in the mirror and you see that there's not much difference and you say to yourself, wow, I've wasted 3 months here. I've spent 3 months doing this and that's my progress. That's going to demotivate you big time. And while you might say, I have the discipline to continue going, I'm just going to continue on the path I'm on. I've lost 3 or 4 kg. I have the discipline to continue going and I can continue to lose more weight over time. It's going to be absolutely fine, right? And I can promise you, you will not, because the motivation is already gone. All right, and you don't have the discipline to continue going, because if you did have the discipline to continue going, you probably would have had the discipline to not get yourself in the position you're in where you need to lose a lot of body fat in the first place. So what you'll probably do is start to go aggressive and bring calories down further, which is something you probably should have done in the first place. And that is exactly why I do not recommend this approach. So now let's talk about the fast, aggressive approach. Imagine this, you go aggressive from day one. And what does aggressive look like? Okay, so let's say your calories, your maintenance level calories are 2,500, right? Going aggressive, going fast in the diet will probably put you at around 2,100 calories to start. So that's a 400 calorie decrease, 400 calorie deficit straight off the bat. And what that's probably going to look like, if done correctly, week by week, is a 0.7 to 1 kg drop per week. And now let's compare that again. You look at that over 12 weeks, and that's about an 8 to 10 kg drop compared to the 3 to 4 kg drop if you've done it the sustainable, balanced way. And I want you to think about how different that feels. A potential 6 kg difference in the same time period. Looking in a mirror every single week and seeing the changes happening. Clothes are fitting differently. Maybe you've gone from an extra large down to a medium. People are noticing the differences and you're fully bought into the process. And again, I go back to the sustainable diet, right? When you're not able to see much difference in your physique week by week, it is very demotivating. So to now be in the fast, more aggressive approach and you can visibly see the differences week by week, that's a big driver. That's a big motivational driver. You are now much more likely to continue going. And as well as that, the phase is shorter. It's not being dragged out for 6 months to a year. Yes, it's harder. Yes, you're going to be hungrier, but it's supposed to be like that. And it's temporary. It's supposed to be a phase that you get in and you get out and not spend months and months and months doing. And this is the approach I recommend every time. Now let's talk about the mental side of dieting. And I want to be honest, aggressive dieting, fast dieting is hard. It is tough. You'll have days where cravings are through the roof, energy is low and you're starting to get a bit fed up. That's normal. That's to be expected, which is exactly why diet breaks are so important. Once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on your rate of progress, you want to bring your calories back up to about maintenance or maybe just below maintenance. Gives you that mental reset, takes the edge off a bit, lets you breathe. And after the diet break, you'll go back into the deficit feeling like a completely different person and get straight back to work. And you've got to remember, it's not about making the diet as comfortable as you can. It's about making it as manageable as you can so that you can finish it as quick as you can. And here's something to consider as well. When you've gone through the aggressive deficit, That means you've gotten leaner a lot quicker, you've finished the phase a lot quicker, and now you can reverse diet a lot quicker as well. And now you can start bringing calories back up bit by bit by bit, and the focus then shifts to building muscle. Because that's the actual goal, isn't it? We all want to build muscle. We all want to be lean enough to go ahead and build muscle. We don't want to be stuck in a dieting phase for 6 months, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months. We don't want to be doing that. No one wants to do that. We want to get into the phase, get out of the phase, and start building some muscle. If you go down the sustainable approach, you could be looking at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months before you're ever in a position where you can go and start building muscle. I'll say it again. Get in, get lean, get out. That's my take on both approaches. If you want to know more or you have any more questions, come find me on Instagram. So that's the 2 approaches laid out for you. Sustainable balanced dieting, slow, flexible, sounds manageable, but the reality is the results are so slow you won't stick to it. Fast, aggressive dieting, harder, yes. Hungrier, yes, but shorter and visible results week to week. And you get to where you want to be a lot quicker. For me, it's not even a debate anymore. Get in, get lean, get out, and then build. This is just my honest opinion on how I've seen things work. And look, as I said, it's not that you're going to get no results by doing it the sustainable, balanced way, but they're just going to be very slow results. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next one.